All right, hi. My name is Laura. This is a quick garden tour video. For those of you who are interested in gardening, we're in Minnesota, and this is our raised bed arch garden. It is August 4th, 2021. I did a little preview of the June garden, but it is out of control right now. I thought I'd show you so you can kind of see the progress. So here's kind of the layout. We have 4 bins, and then a long skinny garden, and then the huge U-shaped garden. Plus, let me pan over here. Over here in the corner of our garden, back here, we have some behind the fence gardens for the bigger things that spread out a ton. Okay, so let me show you how this works. Okay, so August update. The tomatoes are going crazy. I just actually picked all the red ones so you can see how many tomatoes we're going to have. We have indeterminate tomatoes, cherry, and a lot of different sizes in the front of the garden. Let's do the walk through the garden first. My daughter made a cute little wind chime. Inside we have squash growing on the bed, and then also 3 kinds of squash growing on the arch. We let them hang down for a while. Actually, we're getting to the point in the summer where I need to support them, and how I do it, you might laugh at me. Look at this spaghetti squash. It definitely needs to be supported. I use a pantyhose, like nylons. So we have spaghetti squash, and here we have acorn squash. They're all kind of twisted together, and butternut squash. There's butternut. There's a really nice butternut right there. This year we have quite a few more acorn. Okay, the other vining thing we have on here are cucumbers. Here's a pretty cucumber you can see. Then I'll show you the outside edge of the garden. We did eggplant this year, which is something we've never done, and I just love these pretty purple flowers that they create. And you can see it's gonna grow eggplant here. I thought it would be farther along. Oh my gosh, there's one. Look at that eggplant. Our first actual vegetable on there. Cool, I'm so excited. And then these are the summer squash, so zucchini and yellow squash. I picked these recently, so I probably don't have any. Oh look, there's one growing in there. A little zucchini growing in there. And for my garden friends, I have a question about this. Oh, that poked me. This is a yellow squash. Is it like mixed with an acorn? I have no idea. Okay, then on the edge of the garden here, I have a random broccoli that I think volunteered from random seeds. So look at this, there's broccoli growing. And in here is parsley. And then most of my, these are my like greens. They've mostly gone to seed. So this was romaine, and we had romaine for several weeks, and lettuce. And I'm letting it go to seed. I kind of want to see the whole process of how it flowers and then seeds. And I'm going to try saving some seeds. This is cilantro, which is going to seed, which of course is coriander. Look at that. Then on the far side of the garden, this is the rest of our greens that we had. We put them back here because we thought this was the shadiest part of the garden, but it still got so hot and they went to seed mostly. So I started another round of lettuce here and here. We'll see how that works. I don't know if it might be too late. Oh, and here too. And then we still have great chard and kale. Look at this kale. Like, isn't it just beautiful? So we use this in our smoothies and our salads. So delicious. Okay, on to the next part of the garden, the 4 bins. These are the Romas. I've never had this many Romas. We love Romas because we think they're best for salsa. I love them. This is my chives, green onion, and garlic bin. Now I know garlic you're not supposed to grow in the summer, but I wanted to try it. And I heard once it starts to get kind of brown, you can try it. So I think it's almost ready to pull up. I know, these are ridiculous. They look like a tropical plant. And this was a perennial, came back beautifully. And this bin right here is our basil and another eggplant. We threw another eggplant in here, and I don't see any fruit on it yet, but it's mostly basil, and it's really picked over because we eat it regularly. So we also did lemon basil over here. If you've never tried lemon basil, oh, it smells so good. And then this is my pepper bin. I'm gonna back up so you can see it better. Peppers in this bin. I have 3 kinds of peppers. We have these long chili peppers that we're letting get hot. We have jalapenos that there's so many, oh my goodness. And then bell peppers. With the bell peppers, they're ready to eat, but we're gonna let them turn from green to yellow to red. We'll see how that goes. So much beautiful fruit there. I love it. Then this was our new garden here this year, and we actually, it used to have peas right here on this fence, and we pulled them out. They did great, but then they were starting to turn yellow and brown. There's still a few. Oh, I could pick a few actually. A few more growing, but then this bushy mess is the beans, and honestly I just can't even keep up with it. Like, there's just so many beans. I'm so grateful. We've had like I think 3 meals worth of beans so far. And then the last part of the garden over here is the herb bins. These are doing great. Oregano, sage, rosemary, oregano, thyme, rosemary, sage, and dill. The dill I replanted because we used it all up and it wasn't coming back. So let's see. It might come back again. You can see a couple little sprouts down here. All right, then the back garden, back there. Okay, so I'll take you through this back garden. This was kind of our forgotten garden, to be honest with you. We keep the big things back here. So one on the right, one on the left. The left is all corn. So let me show you this. Oh, this makes me feel like a real farmer. This is the earlier harvesting farm, and this is the late. And we've already had, I think, maybe 6 or 8 ears of corn come out of it. It's looking pretty good. And the late harvesting stuff is almost ready. I'd say it's really almost ready. And then this garden, well, first there's rhubarb and a couple wild raspberries up here. And then this, this has been so fun. First of all, let's just address how ridiculously giant my sunflowers are, and they don't even have heads on them yet. So they're probably, I'm not good at estimating. I'm 5 feet tall. That one's definitely 10 feet tall. I love sunflowers. And then here we had cabbage. This cabbage is beautiful, ready to be picked. We had 7 or 8 cabbages. There's my scissors. Yay, I found them. And then the next row is broccoli. And we've harvested the broccoli several times. It's getting kind of flowery now. And then over here, this is so sad to me. 2 of my 3 pumpkins got eaten by something. But I have 1 pumpkin growing back there. I'm very proud of my pumpkin. And then, of course, my crazy tall sunflowers. So that's my garden tour update for you today. Oh, it's sunny. I'm really excited about the tomatoes. They're so delicious. And the things that I'm going to work on now in the next month, I'm going to work on keeping lettuce. Like, I want to keep a continual lettuce harvest crop going as long as possible. So I'm going to keep planting seeds and seeing if I can keep it going like into October, November. In Minnesota, that isn't unheard of, but it is a challenge. I want to try saving seeds too for the first time this year. So last year I saved cilantro seeds, but then I mixed them in with the fresh seeds, so I don't even know if they really worked. I want to know if if I can save seeds year to year. So that's something I'm really interested in. If you know about that, please tell me more. And I'm just so grateful that I get to share so much of this garden with my friends and my family. We've shared just a ton. So that's it. Happy gardening, everybody. Thanks for watching.